Alright, here we go into set number 3. Insidious Gaming leading 2 sets to love right now against PP Super Friends, and PP in a really dire situation. They gotta win this next set to stay in this. And Brandon, why don't you take us through the tank selection?
Well, of course, this is a very urban map, Himmelsdorf. We have so many heavy tanks here. Of course, 5 heavy tanks for Insidious Gaming, 110, 3 AMX-50s, and that IS-3, and 4 PvP. They have 2 AMX-50s, 2 IS-3s, and the 1 T-69 for their medium.
Yeah, so early on, Insidious Gaming sending 3 of their tanks towards that western, or that eastern hill. And on PvP's side, I just lost vision, but it looked like they were gonna set up a defensive setup on that center field and possibly send up a couple of their tanks up the hilltop as well. Actually, Insidious Gaming sending up 4 of their tanks up this hill now.
Yeah, they have Deathskies leading the charge in that T1. You know, he's the captain. He is always in the front, even if it's not with the tier 8. He's there with the T1. You know, on this map they have so many heavy tanks. They need the 5 heavy tanks in their strategy. So Deathsky is going to be that scout even in the tier 1.
Yeah, so Deathsky's leading his troops now, going to see if any enemies are up here on the hilltop before the rest of his members do push up on, do fall up on this hilltop. And yeah, there are no enemies so far up here.
Yeah, Deathsky's is pretty far forward actually. He's past the midpoint. He's at this little piece of rubble off of this castle.
Oh, but he gets taken out.
Yeah, he gets taken out, and that's big now. They only know now that there's a medium tank over there, and they don't have any other information.
Yeah, so Sniper Elite was spotted in his T-69, and the rest of the Insidious members, they have not been spotted. So right now, in PvP don't know that there are 3 heavy tanks up here.
Yeah, PvP just getting that tier 1 down and just kind of leaning back. But Insidious Gaming, they have to be thinking, you know, that...
I mean, the chances are that T-69 is not alone. You usually don't want to go up to the hilltop alone, but actually he is alone right now. So only a T-69 up there on the hilltop with a T1 to accompany him. And they do have 1 heavy tank there to defend just in case Insidious Gaming do decide to push in. The T1 going pretty heavily up north, just trying to spot out if any Insidious member tanks are right there on the hill.
Yeah, I have to say that's some pretty aggressive T1 play. Like, he's all the way like past the midpoint. He's already at the ramp down into Insidious's side, so he wanted to make sure that they knew for the PvP team where exactly the Insidious tanks were and if they in fact went off the ridge.
Yeah, so with that T1's on PvP side scouting, but Nick Black4 doing a nice job taking out that opposing T1. So both teams using a T1, and Insidious Gaming, they did back up from the hilltop. Now you do see it on your screen. Yes, the Insidious, 3 of those heavy tanks on Insidious Gaming member side, they did pull back, and right now they're waiting for PvP. I think what happened was once they saw that T-69 kill their T1, once they killed Deathskies, they could have been expecting a hilltop push coming out from PvP, but that is not the case right now. Only 1 T-69 is up there, and that T1 has been spotted.
Yeah, the T1 is spotted. They know, Insidious knows at least that they're sending the T1 really far forward. They know that PvP wants to know, of course, where the tanks are, and they know that they're pretty much spotted down there, 3 tanks. PvP, besides that, doesn't have much information. Their T1 did get taken out on the other side, but Insidious Gaming, I'm not sure how much information they have now. They just know that the T1 is pretty far forward. That could mean that there's a push coming behind it. That could be why they're leaving these 3 tanks here, just to be sure. They have the other guy kind of off to the side of the ridge, and the other one just backing it off. You know, they have most of their tanks over here. I feel like they're expecting a push somewhere, at least on the eastern side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, the Insidious game right now, they have close to no information on where the PvP members are. The PvP members could be anywhere, but I mean, on what I think the PvP is going to try and do is try and bait Insidious member to a hill push, but that is not going to happen.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Insidious Gaming wants to move those 3 tanks out of there, but they do want to move these 2 down here. They want to check out the middle. They want to get some information, if anything at all. They want to see.
They're going for a really risky push. Oh, and a heavy tank has been spotted on the western edge. So that is actually two tanks now being spotted. Robin, and I believe it is I couldn't see the name on that real fast, but yes, 2 tanks now. 3 tanks have been spotted on PvP side. Insidious Gaming moving really heavily down on the southern edge. They got to be careful because they are going to get surrounded if they do continue to push.
This is incredibly aggressive out of Insidious Gaming. I have to say, they are bringing their other 3 tanks down the hill, but they're only just going up their side of the hill now. And if Insidious Gaming doesn't back off, they're going to lose a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, Nisa's in a little bit of trouble. Nisa getting down, taken out to 13. He's on fire now. He's gonna get taken out. So the first tier 8 does get taken out. Nikolai also in a lot of trouble. I don't know why they pushed out that far, because now they're not completely surrounded, but they are getting fired on by 2 angles. So they are gonna back out from this. Nikolai down to about 60% health. And in Insidious Gaming, they gotta make a move right now. They either gotta defend Nikolai or make a push somewhere else on the map.
Yeah, I mean, they spotted that heavy tank on the left side of the map, but they went too far forward. They went past the bushes. They went into the 2-way path where they could be shot from both sides, and the tank just ended up going down. So now they're down a tank. They got to do something.
Yeah, and look at that. Insidious Gaming going for a hilltop push. They are sending 3 of their heavy tanks down this hill. They did make it all the way past. They could go for a surrounding maneuver right now, but they have to be careful because they are a tank down right now.
Yeah, PvP, after taking out that tank, I feel like they're just setting up a pretty defensive setup here, just having all the forks covered, you know?
Yeah.
Because this map is all about like which angles you can be shot from, down with streets and stuff like that. So
exactly. So Insidious Gaming now creeping up towards the PvP base, and Little Mac here, he has been spotted. The rest another tank has been spotted on PvP side. So right now Insidious Gaming, they're going for the surround, but they gotta be careful of PvP surrounding them.
And look at this Insidious Gaming. They might get Robin here. I'm not sure if the rest of the PvP tanks are seeing them. And already 2 shots going down onto Robin. He's down to 57%. The other Insidious Gaming tank is on the other side. He is cornering him, and they do take out Robin. That's a huge play.
Yeah, nice shot. They did take out the IS-3, and now Batman here trying to take on 3 tanks, but the Insidious Gaming members are just so strong now. They are 3 members strong, but more members of PvP are going to try and back this up, and an AMX-50 gets taken out, and Montesiro also getting taken out. Another member of Insidious Gaming. It is not looking good. Only 2 heavy tanks now remaining. Batman coming from behind, trying to take out Griff's. Griff's in a lot of trouble right now, and Nikolai, he is trying to back this up, but he's so low and so out of position. It looks like this 3rd set will go to PvP. So it's a little bit of misplay, I have to say, coming out from Insidious Gaming. They were a little bit too aggressive. After they lost that first tank, they should have regrouped and went for a push, you know, in a slightly different fashion. What they did, they went, even though initially it looked like they were going to actually win that, but PB had the stronger forces.